What is up, everybody? I feel like every time I stream these days... Oh, shoot. Am I muted? Oh, no, I'm not. Yes. No. Okay. For a second, I thought maybe I was muted. I feel like every time I sit down to stream these days, I always feel like I am rushing in here at the last second being like, okay, everybody, I gotta go. Okay, thanks. All right. See you later. Bye. We had to go pick my car up from the shop, and the shop was going to close right when I was streaming. So anyway, I was like, well, I'll just have to start my stream late. And anyway, but now everybody needs mama for something, right? Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Wednesday. It's a hump day for those of you. I guess no, I was going to say it's a hump day for me too, but it's not, because I'm just home all the time and have like a child here all the time. So, but I'm trying to think. Charlotte went back to school this week, and she has been doing really, really well. Although she has, so I always like to wait around at the front entrance, just in case there's anybody. Hey, Jordachi, how are you? Howdy. Have you started listening to Harry Potter yet? I'm on book 4, and I am curious. I'm curious how you guys feel about Harry Potter movies. Which Harry Potter? I mean, none of them hold candles to the books, right? What are your pet peeves that they didn't put in the movies? And what movie do you think is the best representation of the kind of the world and the series and the book, like, as a whole? Does that make sense? Like, there are certain movies where I feel like they were truer to the books, but they just weren't done as well. But then there are other movies that I feel are the opposite, where they were done really well, but they screwed a bunch of things up and they kind of like changed things around, which obviously. What I don't understand is when you have a book that is like loved by so many people, why would you change things? Like, why would you change things around? Maybe it's because things translate better on screen. I'm not really sure. I'm finishing a longer book, but I have listened to the first 2 chapters. I couldn't resist. Yeah, it's taking a deep dive into that world. I think my favorite movie out of the whole franchise is probably the 3rd one. I think I like Prisoner of Azkaban. I think that was when, for me anyway, I felt like just the I mean, they had different directors. Like, all of them had a different... Howdy. Hey, Michael. Goblet of Fire is the best movie. Oh, interesting. Okay. I have honestly... So, who was it? It was J-Hops, who last time I streamed, he had just finished watching Goblet of Fire. I have only seen Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and the last 2, Deathly Hallows, 1 time each. So I really can't honestly say. I don't remember much about the 4th movie other than the fact that nobody got a haircut. Everybody had really long hair. I do remember that. I remember being slightly disappointed in the actor who played Victor Crumb. But I feel like Prisoner of Azkaban was the first time where it felt just a little gritty. And maybe the book felt that way too, but like the first book, everything has kind of this... Or the first movie, I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. There was like this kind of golden, kind of ethereal kind of glow about the movie. And maybe it was just the Hogwarts castle. Maybe it was just, I don't really know what it was. But it just all seemed very, I don't want to say the 3rd movie seemed real, because obviously it's not real. But it just seemed more tangible than the 1st or the 2nd for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I also am very partial to the 3rd book because I love the twist of Peter Pettigrew and the Marauders and introducing that whole backstory, because it really does come into play. And I really like the 3rd one. The 3rd one is my favorite, very, very closely followed by the 6th. It's so close. I mean, so close. But I just thought the 3rd movie was done really well. But I think I'm trying to think of which, it's hard for me to say because I haven't seen It's been so long since I've seen 4 through 8 that I can't even honestly say which one follows the book the best. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just remember being so excited. Hey, Alex, how are you? I just remember being so excited when the movie first came out. And even when the movie first came out and I was so excited and I was so eager to watch it and everything, I remember feeling just very slightly disappointed in it. But I think that's really just because how do you capture the same feeling and the same magic when you only have 90 minutes to do it? Or maybe you stretch it. These days movies are a lot longer, so maybe you stretch it, but even so. But what's interesting is they added scenes that were not in the books, and then in favor of scenes that weren't in the books that were important, which was really odd to me. I just feel like in is it the 6th movie or is it the 7th movie where there's that whole scene between, and this is kind of minor spoilers, but not really because this doesn't happen in the book. There's like a scene at the burrow where there's like this huge fight scene at the burrow where the burrow like gets set on fire or something, and there's fire in the cornfields and everything. Yeah, no, that never happened. And I'm thinking, so you're going to put that scene in the movie when you could have chosen all of these scenes that were in the book originally. It just doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't, I don't know. I know what my job should be. I need to be a book slapper. I need to be on the sets of movies and carry around a book of whatever the movie's being made in, whatever movie they're making. And every time the director goes, yeah, but what if we smack him across the face with the book and be like, no, it's in the book. No, it's really the screenplay writer. One of your monitors wasn't connecting. Oh, geez. I feel like that happens to me right before I'm supposed to go live. I feel like I run into more issues right when I'm supposed to go live. And I'm like, dang it. So I've started trying to open up OBS a little earlier and make sure everything's fine. For example, my webcam, I've configured the video settings through OBS, and they reset every time I quit OBS. So I have to take a picture of what my settings are, and then I have to reset them manually every single time I open up OBS, which is obnoxious, but apparently it's not even, it's something to do with OBS. It's not a computer thing. It's not a Windows thing. It's something to do with OBS. So it's like, oh, it's a driver thing. That's what it is. And I am not the only one who has experienced that. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. But I feel like when I get started in the Harry Potter world, like you can't just listen to one. Like I don't feel like I could just be like, you know what I really want to listen to? I really want to listen to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban and then move on to something else. I feel like it's either all or nothing. And I'm actually curious to do some sort of like Harry Potter just chatting, because I'm really curious to know what your guys' opinions are, like regarding Snape and regarding Draco Malfoy, because James Pond, No Time to Swim. Can we just say, I really, really love your name? That's very kind of you. And I really, really love your name. Dark Tower. Oh, I've heard this. Dark Tower was one of the worst adaptions from a book ever. Stephen King adaptions have traditionally been done poorly. Well, what about It? I've heard good things about It. Yes? No? Obviously, I'm not going to watch It. But I've actually never read or listened to Dark Tower either. I've heard great things about it. How many books? Is it a series? Or is it just one? James Pond, No Time to Swim. That makes me really happy. Welcome. Happy to have you. I was traumatized by Stand By Me pie eating contest scene. Okay, I've never seen Stand By Me, but there's a pie eating contest? Tell me about it. What happens? Yeah, we're talking about traumatic kids movies, okay? Because this came up a couple streams ago, and I decided we needed to talk about it because I am a weenie. So there were a lot of things that traumatized me that probably didn't traumatize other people, but I'm learning that there were things that traumatized me that also traumatized other people. For instance, what's one that I thought? The Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. The Skeksis from the Dark Crystal freaked me out, first of all, because they're huge and scary. And I don't know if any of you watched the Dark Crystal Netflix show they did a couple years ago. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. It was all puppetry. All of it was puppetry. I think there was maybe... There were a couple fight scenes that weren't puppetry. There's one scene where the Skeksis is like jumping and like leaping through trees and stuff, and that was CGI. But for the most part, everything in that was all costumes. And the Skeksis are huge. They were run by 2 people. They had to have one person on the bottom and one person on the top. And then their faces were connected via remote control, I believe. So like their eyebrows and stuff like that. Anyway, the Skeksis freaked me out anyway. And then the Emperor is really skinny and sick, and he's dying in his bed. And all of the Skeksis are leaning over him and basically waiting for him to die because they want to know who's going to be the next Emperor. And they're all just kind of like chilling, hanging out over him, and he's yelling at them all. And then when he finally does die, he crumbles into dust. And I remember that absolutely terrified me. Fat Kid was bullied. As a revenge, he ate 100 pies with corn oil and spewed all over the crowd at the state fair. Ew, gross. That reminds me of, what is the movie where there's a kid who, the lard scene. Ugh. Oh, that's gross. There was a scene, was it My Girl? No. Although okay, here's a confession. I've never actually seen My Girl, but I know I know that was a traumatizing scene for a lot of people. When isn't he allergic to bees or something, and he dies, and she comes to his casket and starts screaming that he's not wearing his glasses or something. I've never seen My Girl. I don't know why. I just never have. But there's some scene somewhere where some kid is at a park and he turns the amusement park ride up to like full blast. And so everybody on the ride vomits. But since they're spinning around really fast, it like goes out and then smacks them back in the face. It's like revenge for something. And that's what that reminds me of. Is there an amusement park scene in Stand By Me? But I remember being so grossed out. I remember, even fake TV / movie vomit. No, I'm not down. Problem child. Hey, Johnny! The scene is pretty well known, right? Like you can see gifs of it or whatever. And I think I remember like hearing, is there a vomit scene in The Sandlot? Man, I haven't seen The Sandlot in a really long time. Okay, wait. Jordachi, did you say you watched 7? Oh, yes. Okay, so I've never seen the whole movie of 7, but I do know what you're talking about. Is that the one with all the air fresheners hanging from the ceiling? And they all think he's dead, right? No. What? How old were you? Ander was 5 when he watched Alien for the first time. And the interesting thing, like when you become a parent, all of a sudden, like when Andrew told me that, I was like, Charlotte is 6. So she's 7 now. She had her birthday last week. But I'm thinking, how would Charlotte react to that movie scene? Like she would be sleeping in my bed for weeks. I don't know how these parents, I don't know. I guess kids can watch things, where they're with their parents not knowing. For instance, me and the witches, which we'll get into because that is one. Sandlot has the scene where they all do chewing tobacco and then go on the rides. Hey, Scorpio, how's it going? Is that it? Gosh, I don't remember. I just remember that some kid changes the ride so it goes really fast and everybody throws up on the ride. And so it all throws up and then comes right back into their face. That didn't necessarily traumatize me, but I just remember being like, I don't think I can ever. I couldn't finish watching the scene, but I honestly don't remember. Oh, I'm sure. 8 or 9? Oh, geez. Yeah, no. 7 for an 8 or 9-year-old. Did you watch the whole thing? Oh, no bueno. Oh. No, I've seen bits and pieces of it. And I know, but see, I had an older brother that well, okay, so this is my train of thought. I love talking about this stuff. So whenever I see like a scary movie trailer or whenever I talk to somebody about a scary movie, I immediately go Wikipedia the scary movie and I read through the whole plot synopsis. So I know what happens in 7 and I know what each person goes through, but I haven't ever seen it all the way through. And I know how it ends. But Marquet! How are you, Marquet? Problem Child 2 features a plethora of people vomiting right and left after Junior sabotages the speed controls on a scrambler-like ride. That sounds familiar. That sounds like what I saw. But I don't recognize the name of the Problem Child 2, but that's That sounds like what it was. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I saw when I was a kid. Okay, how about Pee-wee's Big Adventure? You guys all know what I'm talking about, right? Have you guys seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Large Marge. Oh my gosh. I remember that scene stuck with me for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And to this day, we actually own Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I still won't let Charlotte watch it because it's really not that much of a kid's movie. And so she's asked to watch it before just because it's sitting on our bookshelf. And I'm like, no, you cannot watch that movie. No. Yeah, I don't know. 8 or 9 watching 7. That makes me really sad. I'm not a big fan of investigations or investigation TV or movies now, but I wonder if it's because 7 bothered me so much as a kid. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I'm trying to think what the scariest movie was I ever saw as a kid that I shouldn't have seen. I remember my dad used to watch a lot of X-Files, which I love the X-Files, but as a kid, the X-Files really freaked me out. And I remember in particular, there was one where there was a pastor who okay, wait. There's some kid and he gets in his car and these snakes get into his car. Fresh show! How's it going? Oh, I need to turn my alerts up a little bit. Okay, how did that alert sound? I just did a test of my alerts earlier. Thank you for following. Happy to have you. Was that like too loud or was that fine or whatever? What was I talking about? Oh, X-Files. Yeah, there was this pastor that apparently could like speak like snakes or something or talk snakes or had a snake inside him or something. I just remember his daughter was brought into the church, or one of his church congregation members was brought into the church when she was pregnant. And when they went into the building, they found blood trails that looked like snake trails. So it was basically like she gave birth to snakes. And while that's not, I mean, that is creepy, but to like a younger kid, I remember being like, I was horrified. Just oh, thank you. Oh, okay. You sent it to my Discord. Okay, I'll watch it. Just 10 just 10 snakes in a trench coat. Okay, wait. Marquez says, I keep missing you guys. I know, and I've thought about streaming earlier, but the problem is I have to go pick Charlotte up from school right during like prime streaming time, and Auden's nap times are changing. I don't know. My streaming times are going to be a little wonky over the next couple weeks. We just took the binky away from Auden for nap times, so her nap times are kind of shifting. Anyway, okay, Marquez says the original It. I never saw the original It, but I have had so many people tell me that. So many people say, oh, I'm terrified of clowns because I watched It when I was a kid. And this actually leads me to wonder, why are so many small children watching It? I don't understand. I don't get it. But then a friend of mine showed me the trailer to the old It, and it's very like it doesn't seem like a frightening movie trailer at all. It's like Tim Curry dressed as Pennywise running around like doing crazy things. It doesn't seem like it would terrify a child. So I guess I kind of understand. Fresh show. A movie traumatized you as a child was Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom. I feel the same way. When he reaches in and grabs the guy's heart. Oh my gosh. I remember I had nightmares for weeks after that. I had so many nightmares. First of all, there was that. And then second of all, there was just the fact that they were like lowering him into what? Lava? Am I remembering this right? Oh, Temple of Doom absolutely terrified me. And speaking of, my mom has a cassette tape somewhere where my brother is telling her about Raiders of the Lost Ark. And that was when he was really little and he had just the teensiest stutter, and it's absolutely adorable. But he's trying to tell my mom what happened in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I remember my mom got really angry at my dad for taking him to see it because the guy's face melts off at the end, right? Eating monkey brain. Okay, wait. Them That Follow follows the Snake Pastor storyline too. Came out 2 years ago. It was fantastic though. Them That Follow? I've never heard of that in my life. Eating monkey brains? Do they eat monkey brains in that? The alien scene in the car from Howard the Duck. All right, never seen Howard the Duck. But speaking of aliens, Men in Black absolutely traumatized me, which is funny because I wasn't even a child. I was like, how old was I when Men in Black came out? I don't even remember. But that freaking guy, what's his name? Vince DiFornio or whatever his name is, who did a fantastic job of a bug stuck in a human skin. Oh my gosh, that giant cockroach thing at the very end freaked me out. I saw it in theaters with my brother and I thought I was gonna die. I was so scared. But my brother loved it, thought it was great. Oh, it scared me so badly. But I've never seen Howard the Duck. But I've seen pictures of Howard the Duck and he himself is quite frightening. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ugh. I'm trying to think. Okay, now, I think we talked about this a couple streams ago. Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, with what's his name? Okay, 2 scenes from Roger Rabbit. There's the scene where the shoe, the little cartoon shoe, gets dipped into that acid stuff. And then Judge Doom, right? Is that his name? Judge Doom? Not Christopher Walken, Christopher Lloyd. He becomes a cartoon and he his eyes are bugging out of his head and he gets smashed by a steamroller, I think. Oh my gosh. That's not really a movie for kids either, but I saw it and I actually won't watch that movie to this day because it just made me feel yucky and gross. I just didn't really like it. The Shining also scared me. Going to hotels on holiday was always scared I'd see those twins. You know what? I don't really blame you. It's funny you mentioned The Shining because I read The Shining when I was in 9th grade and I was told it was going to scare the pants off me. And I read it and I remember thinking, I don't feel like this is that scary of a book. Maybe it was because I was in 9th grade and I didn't fully understand it. I don't really know. But I read it and then I invited a friend over to watch the movie with me. And I wasn't really affected so much by the movie either. And I honestly couldn't tell you why, because normally I am such a weenie. But for some reason, it didn't really do much for me. I'm not really sure why. That's so strange because I'm sure it would probably have terrified me into oblivion when I was a small child. And even now, I refuse to watch it even now. I'm also at a point in my life where I have I've got a daughter that's very close to the same age as Georgie. So obviously I'm going to kind of steer clear. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Biffer? But I love your name. Movie traumatized you as a child. Gremlins. Okay, I've heard of Gremlins too. I've never seen Gremlins. I've actually never seen Gremlins, but I've seen pictures of Gremlins and I would imagine that yes, those would have absolutely terrified me as a kid. Was Gremlins rated PG? Was it technically for kids? I've also heard it's a Christmas movie. Is that true? Do Gremlins change and get crazy when you get them wet? Are they basically overgrown? Are they basically alive, like real Furbies? I have so many questions. I have so many questions about Gremlins. But I've never seen it, but I have definitely heard it takes place during Christmas. Okay. Well, see, and Marquet's I love horrors now. No. I don't like horror movies. I still don't like watching scary things. I do have a Twitch community channel point challenge going though. If you contribute toward that, I will play a creepy game, but I say creepy. I don't mean anything like Resident Evil or Dead Space or anything like that. Gremlins was rated PG? What the heck, man? Okay. No. Temple of Doom was the reason PG-13 was created. Really? Dude, Temple of Doom was bad news, man. That freaked me out so bad. Feeding Mogwai after midnight makes them become gremlin. Furbies are basically Mogwais. Am I pronouncing that right? Well, then there's a reason my parents never bought me one. We never had a Furby, but I remember my sister had a friend that had a Furby and she came to sleep over one night and the Furby wouldn't stop talking. And so they were in the room next to me and I could still hear that Furby talking. So I was like, I'm getting rid of this Furby for the night. So I went and put it in the family room behind the couch. And the family room was connected to the kitchen. And I remember the next morning, my dad told me, I put it behind the couch where it was dark. And apparently my dad had gone in at 2 o'clock in the morning or something. And he'd gone to get a drink of water or something. And the Furby had activated because he turned the lights on. Scared the pants off my dad. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect anybody to come in here at 3 in the morning. Mogwai. Mogwai. Oh, okay. Don't feed your Furbies after midnight. Have any of you guys seen The Mitchells versus the Machines on Netflix? That is a delightful movie, and Furbies kind of sort of make a comeback in it. Okay, Transformers was so controversial and traumatic for some for killing off Optimus Prime that there was so much backlash that they brought him back to life. And the G.I. Joe animated movie that came out a year later, they ended up not killing off one of the lead heroes as originally planned. Well, I feel like when you're dragging toys into it, you're going to upset a lot of people. Charles! My dad took me to Jaws. As a 45-year-old man, I can't swim in the ocean. My brother saw Jaws and wouldn't take a bath for a week. And you know what? I've never seen Jaws all the way through, but I remember my mom telling me about Jaws, and she told me about the scene where some guy slides into the shark's mouth, and my mom was like, oh yeah, he slides into his mouth and the shark bites down and there's blood everywhere. And just that alone, my mom just telling me about it, I had nightmares for like weeks. Yeah, no, I would never, Okay. I'm trying to think of other, I do remember seeing The Outer Limits, which was kind of like X-Files, right? It was kind of like the wannabe X-Files. I remember there was a scene in The Outer Limits where there was a little boy who got dragged under his bed by some monster or something and was never seen again. And all you saw was the scene from like the doorway of the bedroom, and you just saw his legs kicking out like crazy, and his top half was already under the bed. And you see it from behind him. So you just see like the bottoms of his sneakers, and he's screaming and screaming and screaming. And as a little kid, you can bet I ran and jumped to my bed every night for a while, because ain't no way I was gonna let anything snatch my ankles. No. Okay, but what about kids movies? Do you guys remember any like kids movies that were made for kids that had these traumatizing scenes? Like, let's say, let me think. Okay, so I said like The Witches. So Roald Dahl wrote a book called The Witches, where it's these witches that can disguise themselves as human beings, and then when they take off their disguises, they're hideous and ugly, and they turn kids into mice, I think. And Brave Little Toaster, Johnny, you're right. Oh, the Brave Little Toaster was horrifying. Okay, let's count the scenes. We have the terrifying dream. No. We have the Jack Nicholson air conditioning unit that commits suicide, right? And then we have the terrifying dream that the little toaster had with the clown. And then they had where he was going to put him into a boiling water or something. And then there was where the light went out in the storm and blew his bulb out, which always freaked me out for some reason. And then there was them all sinking in the mud. And then there was the vacuum going over his own cord, and his eyes were going crazy. And they're like, no, he's going to swallow his own cord. There was that. And then there was the freaking creepy shop where all the creepy things were all singing to them. And then there was the junkyard where all the cars are being smashed. Oh my gosh, no, that movie was terrible. Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Yes, they made The Witches into a movie, and The Witches is actually rated G. And it is absolutely horrifying. Horrifying. And I remember I watched it because we had a babysitter over, and she obviously thought it was a movie for kids, and she showed it to me and my brother, and I remember zippity zap about it, other than the giant mutant rat at the end, which was so horrifying. I think Angelica Houston changes into the mutant rat. And then I remember the reveal of like when they pull their human faces off, and they're hideous, absolutely hideous. And I remember being so freaked out, I was like shaking in my bed. My parents were so mad at that babysitter, but honestly, looking back on it now, she didn't know it was rated G. G! A kid's movie, Mufasa's death. You are right. You are absolutely right. Okay, wait, are you saying the music in The Brave Little Toaster was really good? The Cutting Edge song in Brave Little Toaster is so fun to watch now. It's about cutting edge technology. Man, I wish we could watch these clips on stream, but I stream to both Twitch and YouTube, and if I stream any copyrighted content, YouTube will like pause my stream and like shut it down for a second. Dang, because I don't even remember that scene. Cutting Edge? I don't know. I just remember that movie freaked me out in multiple ways, and yet I watched it a lot when I was a kid. I was so suspicious of elderly ladies after seeing the witches. I don't blame you, man. They were so scary. Oh, they were so scary. But I think it was more that big, giant, nasty mutant rat that did it for me. It was so disgusting, and how it was rated G is beyond me. I don't know. But I have to agree with James. Mufasa's death definitely stuck with me. How about Artax in The Neverending Story and how he just sunk in, what is it? The Swamps of Sadness? And it's even worse in the book because he can talk. And he basically tells Atreyu, just go on without me. I'm too sad. I can't go, or something. Oh my gosh. That was supposed to be a kid's movie, right? There were multiple things in the Neverending Story that freaked me out. And I mean, Artax's death didn't necessarily freak me out, but I just remember being like, oh my gosh. I think my parents were like, how do we explain this away? I don't know how to explain this. The Neverending Story also had that scene where there were like those two big giant ladies that looked like crescent moons kind of, and they shot lasers out of their eyes. And Atreyu is supposed to like go between them. And he looks down at the guy that was just trying to go between them, and he's all like charred and cooked in his... Ugh. The junkyard scene with the cars, it goes over their history. It's good non-Disney musical stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch all of the musical numbers in Brave Little Toaster. I think to myself, should I show Charlotte that? I don't know, man. That clown. I don't know. And that, like I said, that Jack Nicholson air conditioning unit, because he reminds me so much of Jack Nicholson. A Little Princess freaked me out. Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that movie in years. Imagine your parents dying and you're a servant at her school to pay her father's debts. Oh my gosh, you are right. And then he doesn't even recognize her at the end, does he? Like he's got amnesia or something? Amnesia. And he doesn't even recognize her. Wow, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. You are right. You are right. The part that scarred me the most is actually when, spoilers in case you haven't seen Brave Little Toaster, is the toaster sacrifices himself. It shows him getting mangled. Oh, that's right. But he does get fixed, doesn't he? By the kid, by the guy. Please tell me he gets fixed. Doesn't he get fixed? He has to get fixed because there's a second one. Don't they go to Mars? Or something? Isn't there a part where there's a really sad flower too? She like falls in love with the toaster because she sees her reflection or something, and she like gets really sad and her petals fall off. And I remember being like, that's so sad, like as a little kid. Oh man, why did they make these movies? Did any of you guys see Coraline by Leica Studios? That movie was freaky. Button Eyes? Oh man. Coraline like finds this alternate world, like reality in her house or something. I think she's led there by mice or something. I mean, the movie it's dazzling. The animation is amazing and it's beautifully done, but the story is horrifying. I read the book. The book is okay. I actually thought the movie was a little better than the book, my personal opinion. But yeah, the other mother, she has buttons for eyes, and she wants Coraline to like sew buttons on her eyes and stay with them forever. And then she turns into this absolutely horrifying creature at the end, which is why Charlotte is not allowed to watch Coraline yet. Rockadoodle and All Dogs Go to Heaven. Oh, All Dogs Go to Heaven. I don't remember Rockadoodle, but okay, my sister mentioned a couple months ago, we were talking about this, and she said, All Dogs Go to Heaven was on Netflix or something. And she said, when I looked at the description, it said something like, a dog comes back to life. No, a dog chooses to go back to mortality to figure out who killed him. And she was like, that is the storyline of whatever's gonna... No, thank you, Scorpio. Scorpio's my sub-Santa. So kind. I remember thinking, wow, that really actually is the plot line. But isn't there that really horrifying scene isn't there a dream he has where he's like, there's some sort of liquid that's rising and he's climbing up like a ladder or something, and there are like creepy little creatures like crawling all over his face or something like that. He's literally in hell. Yeah, he is. Oh, wow. Johnny says, but I was a very scared little kid. Well, so am I. I'm still a scared adult. I don't know if I should show. Oh, but All Dogs Go to Heaven has that fabulous crocodile. Oh man, I need to watch that musical number. Doesn't he sing? Yeah, he sings some like fantastic song. Crocodile? Gator? I don't remember. One of them. Man, Scorpio. Thank you, Scorpio. Oh man, I'm remembering all of these things. Did any of you guys watch Watership Down about the rabbits when you were little? Because I never watched it when I was little, but I've heard a lot of people say it was really traumatizing for them as kids. I watched it when I finished reading the book for the first time, and this was probably about 12 years ago. And I remember being like, this is a movie that was made for kids? This is horrifying. There's blood everywhere, and like the rabbits are like fighting each other to the death, and no way. Fiverr has like freaky visions. Man. Yeah, no, Watership Down has some... It's got some stuff. I love the book. Highly recommend the book. The book is phenomenal. And it is. It's sad, but typing his stuff on the treadmill. Nice. You're on the treadmill. Good for you. Oh, that's right. Secret of Nim. That's true. These are all Don Bluth films, aren't they? Yes. He's the same guy. They all have the same animation, yeah? Yes. Fievel Mouse, An American Tail. Oh, An American Tail. Is this the same person that I'm thinking of? That he did all of the same things? Okay, now I have to show you a picture of what I say. Have you guys heard of, I'll come back to this because I want to come back to Secret of Nim because I totally agree with you. Secret of Nim had a lot of super creepy moments, like when the guy died, like when that big rat dies at the end, and like her... like the owl, and she's going through the place, and there are like spiders crawling over. Oh, and the owl steps on the spider, I think. And then in Fievel Goes West or An American Tail, there's a scene at the very end when they build this giant mouse, and it's the freakiest mouse robot ever. It's so terrifying, and I don't even remember why they build it in the movie, but I just remember it was so freaky. It was huge and had these big buck teeth, and had like electricity coursing through it. Oh, James says the river spirit scene was traumatic. Really? You know what? I will be honest. I did not see Spirited Away when I was younger. I saw Spirited Away when I was probably about 16 or 17 for the first time. I can definitely see how there were elements of that movie that were probably kind of traumatizing and frightening. So wait, the river spirit scene was frightening, but No Face wasn't? No name, No Face. What was he? No Face. There's a character in Deep Nest and Hollow Knight that reminds me very much of No Face, actually. I think it's called The Midwife. And it's kind of one of those things that you either stumble across or you don't. It's an NPC. But it's wearing that same kind of freaky mask that everything in Deep Nest. Talk about traumatizing. Deep Nest traumatized me. I played through Deep Nest on handheld with my headphones in the whole time, the first time through, and I thought I was going to come out of my skin. It was so terrifying. Okay, I have to send this to Scorpio. Hold on. Let me find it. No, okay. I bought this shirt for my brother. Let me see if you guys can see this. Hold on. No discomfort, no expansion. I got that shirt for my brother because he's a gym rat. He's always at the gym. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Strange Planet with these funny little blue aliens, but they are fabulous. And I follow him on Instagram, and he has the funniest comics. Absolutely cracks me up. No discomfort, no expansion. Oh, my chat just started over. Sorry. No Face was scary too. Today I learned apparently Rockadoodle was also Don Bluth. That actually sounds familiar. That does sound familiar. And he had lots of those weird. I mean, An American Tail was already kind of frightening enough. Oh wait, didn't Don Bluth also do Land Before Time and he killed Littlefoot's mom? There was another traumatizing experience for a kid. Just remembered that arachnophobia got me scared of spiders. Okay, you are not the first person to tell me that. I've never seen arachnophobia, but I've heard many, many people say arachnophobia did for them for spiders what it did for them for clowns. Alex is like, I was scared of spiders long before that movie. Ooh, I just don't like the way spiders move. Ugh, I hate. If I find them in my house, I will usually try to do the right thing and let them outside. But here in Texas, we have some big boys that show up. We had a giant one on our window when we first moved in. Ugh. And here's the thing, you can't smash them because then they make a huge mess. Ugh. Ugh. What about Cats the Musical? Dancing cockroaches? Okay, I've never seen Cats the Musical. I've heard not great things about the Cats movie. The only thing I know about the Cats musical is memory. It's so easy to leave me. That's all I know about. And those are probably the wrong words anyway. That's the only thing I know about the Cats musical, honestly. Yeah, no. I thought you were saying, when I saw the word cats, I thought you were mentioning the movie Cats Don't Dance, which I was a huge fan of when I was younger. But what's her name? Darla Dimple or something. She's supposed to be like the satanic version of Shirley Temple. She had these kind of freaky moments where she contorted her face in really weird ways or did these really awful things. And she had these big weird servant guys that were kind of super freaky. But hey, it's Raya! We talked about Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Large Marge. I won't even let Charlotte watch it because no. And it's not even really a kid's movie, but yes, Large Marge absolutely terrified me. Absolutely terrified me as a kid. And I remember my parents just laughing when they watched it. And I was like, this isn't funny. Oh my gosh. It was so frightening. Cats Don't Dance. Highly recommend Cats Don't Dance. It's not Disney. I don't even know who did it, but the music is great and it's got a good message to it. And yeah, Darla Dimple is totes cray cray. She is absolutely insane. Holy moly, she's totally nuts. But I can't remember who did that movie. It wasn't Don Bluth, but it was kind of similar. But man, I haven't thought about that movie in a really long time. Large Marge. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. We're talking about, well, obviously you said Pee-wee's Big Adventure. We're talking, what have we mentioned? We've mentioned The Never-Ending Story. We've mentioned It. We've mentioned Watership Down, The Witches, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Gremlins. We've, Jaws. Who was it? Oh, Giordachi said he watched Seven when he was like 8. Oh my gosh, that's so frightening. I can't even imagine. Like I said, I'm trying to think of the scariest movie I saw as a kid that I shouldn't have seen, that wasn't a kid's movie. But I can't really think of any movie. Well, any movie really, because I was a weenie. Gosh. Oh, good night, Marquet. Thank you guys. Yeah, have a good night. Sweet dreams. The Witches. No. Yeah, that's how I feel. No. And you know what? That was rated G. You know, it was another movie that freaked me out. Willow. With, what's his name? Warwick Davis and, that guy. Val Kilmer. There were multiple really frightening there was lots of really frightening imagery in that movie. And I think it's on Disney Plus. I better make sure Charlotte knows not to just randomly watch that one day because that movie is horrifying. The witch turns all the guys into pigs. There are those horrifying trolls, that horrifying dragon. Ugh. I just remember Willow. Ugh. I can't even watch it to this day. It still gives me like bad vibes. I do not like. Nope. I don't like that movie. Ugh. I've honestly never seen the movie Bridge to Terabithia, but I have heard that it's really, really sad. It has a really sad moment in it. I've heard the book and the movie are both really sad, but I've never actually seen the movie. Gosh, I'm trying to think of what else I watched as a kid. Never saw Willow, but just screenshots of it. Yeah, it had like really weird CGI. It was really poor CGI, but it just had really frightening imagery. And the witch was scary, and the whole idea was scary, being hunted down by those creepy wolf things. And, you know, you've got this little pack of all these, you know, little guys trying to get this baby back to where it belongs, and they're being hunted. And, and doesn't somebody he's got those like magic acorns, and he's got like a stick. I don't know. It's one of those really bizarre. Oh, Speaking of bizarre movies, what about Labyrinth? Have any of you seen Labyrinth? Was there anything in Labyrinth that freaked you guys out? I haven't showed Charlotte Labyrinth because I'm not quite sure if she would really do well with Labyrinth. Oh, Wizard of Oz. What about Return to Oz? Did any of you watch Return to Oz? That is a movie that never, ever, ever, ever should have happened. I don't know who signed off on that, but that movie never should have happened. The Wheelies? No, no, no. And along those lines, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I've actually never seen, but I've seen the child catcher scene. What gives? Why are we showing our children? I mean, I guess it was kind of a way to like teach your kids and be like, don't go out at night, or the child snatcher. But yeah, I remember the tornado scene from Wizard of Oz freaking me out. Charlotte actually had a really hard time with The Witch. She did not like The Witch. She watched The Witch. She freaked out when seeing The Witch when she was about 4. And then 2 years later, she wanted to be the witch for Halloween. So she was. Yes, David Bowie's crotch. Oh, yeah, it was kind of a character in and of itself, wasn't it? Oh, yes. Oh, that was traumatizing? Yeah, that was pretty traumatizing. Yeah, that was kind of one of those like, Mom, why, what is that? As a small child. My mom was, I've mentioned this before on stream, but my mom has a very interesting taste when it comes to, my mom is a very creative person, and she has a very interesting kind of imagination, and she always showed us really bizarre things when we were growing up. So we watched Labyrinth and like The Dark Crystal at really young ages, lots of Jim Henson stuff. And I appreciate it kind of now because I can appreciate the absolute feat that something like The Dark Crystal was, especially back then, or, you know, Labyrinth or whatever. What freaked me out in Labyrinth? We just saw a scene from it the other day. Hello. Did you say hello? No, I said hello, but that's all right. There were multiple scenes. There was like, oh, there was that trash lady with all the trash on her back. Oh, it's The Great Power with James Franco. Oh no, I never saw that. It's probably for the best. Oh, that's right. Scrooge, Ghost of Christmas Past character. I think we can all agree that the Ghost of Christmas Past is always or no, wait, is it the Ghost of Christmas Past that's always freaky? No, it's the Ghost of the Christmas Future, right? Like we watch the Muppet Christmas Carol every year, and Charlotte is always like, whenever the future one shows up. Isn't the future one always free? I've actually never seen Scrooge. They've done so many of those. Basically Dad! Oh my gosh. Can we all just take 1 second to welcome Basically Dad? How are you? Oh my gosh. Wishing the Goblin King would take away your sibling, and he does. Yeah, probably not the best for me to like show my child. Although Charlotte shows zero animosity toward her little sister at this point, but Jennifer Connelly is how old in that? She's like 16, and she is a sassafras. I don't want to babysit, and her little brother is pretty little. But Basically Dad is here. I can take my break now. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Ghost of Christmas Past is the weird child thing, right? Oh, in the Muppet Christmas Carol? Yes. The little like floating child? Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Basically Dad. I'm so happy to see you. Are you done with school? Are all your kids in school? Is it amazing? Dude, having Charlotte in school has like changed my life. She has a really, it's true. Now my stream's complete. Awesome. Everybody can go home. Tonight's stream is like the best. Having Charlotte in school has literally changed my life. Like today, I was like, man, I can do like what I actually slept for like 2 hours this morning because Auden woke up at 5:10 this morning and just started speaking whale. She was just in her bed going, ah! She wasn't mad. She was just speaking whale. Yes, that. Okay. All right. Yeah, it was like the little floating child one. And then there's the Ghost of Christmas Present, who kind of reminds me of like a really jolly redheaded Hagrid, kind of. But yes. Isn't there a movie with Bill Murray called Scrooged that was kind of spooky? Like it's a Christmas movie, but it's kind of spooky. Peter Pan, Captain Hook character was terrifying. Okay, are you talking about like the cartoon Peter Pan? Are you talking about the real life like Hook, like with Robin Williams Peter Pan? Or is everybody sending me like, oh no, Johnny's sending me music to, like, is everybody sending me music scenes or like movie scenes for me to watch? Like I said, I would watch all of these scenes on stream if I didn't get in trouble by the YouTube like streaming police, because they'll just like stop it. They've done so many Peter Pan renditions, but I think Dustin Hoffman does the greatest job portraying Captain Hook. And I actually showed Charlotte Captain Hook the other day, or showed Hook the other day, and she was like, Mama, I don't want to watch this. I was like, okay, I thought we'd really like this. I'm just posting the videos in the Discord for later. Okay, sweet. Because some of these I don't remember / haven't seen, but I do need to revisit Brave Little Toaster, apparently. I forgot about Brave Little Toaster, man. But yeah, that messed me up as a kid. I mean, if you think about the villains in any Disney movie, you know, they're usually frightening. Actually, Charlotte had a really hard time watching Tangled and watching Big Hero 6 because she did not like the bad guys. And honestly, I don't really blame her. It's a lot easier to believe in a witch like Maleficent or like Ursula or whatever than it is to believe in a person like Mother Gothel from Tangled, who doesn't have any magic powers and who's just a really awful, awful person. I mean, one could argue that those villains are the worst villains because they're so realistic. Like, I know people like that. I know people like Gaston. I know people like, you know, I don't want to spoil the villain from Big Hero 6. If any of you have not seen Big Hero 6, please do yourself a favor. It took me a long time to watch Big Hero 6. My brother was the one that called me out on it because I said, well, I saw the trailer and I didn't think it looked that great. And he was like, you've got to be kidding. It's about a bunch of nerds that become superheroes. What is better than that? And it is. It's a delight. It's fantastic. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back when Luke loses his hand. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That is a good one. The only thing I remember about the Star Wars trilogy I watched as a small child was the big pit with spikes in it, which I have come to find they added a monster to. It definitely didn't have a monster when I watched it, but it has a monster now, because I looked up a clip to show Charlotte and I was like, I don't remember this giant worm-like thing being in the movie and like originally. Yeah, Raya knows what's up. Yeah, Big Hero 6, that's a great one. And that's one that's heavy too. It's got a lot of like heavy themes and it's, you know, goes into like grief and, you know, Disney does that. Bambi, somebody mentioned Bambi earlier and I totally missed it. Bambi is heavy. Finding Nemo is heavy. Big Hero 6 is heavy. I mean, we got some heavy themes going on in these Disney movies, but I do appreciate it because it gives us an opportunity to talk to our kids about, you know, what happens or why things happen or why bad things happen or whatever. But Big Hero 6 holds a very special place in my heart. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great movie. And like I said, highly recommend it. If you haven't watched it, it's pretty great. Oh, it's got some great, great moments. Baymax. I don't know what I would rather have, Baymax or WALL-E. Like if I could have a real robot, not a toy. I mean like a real one. Because WALL-E, I think, is my favorite Pixar movie. WALL-E struck some chord with me. I don't really know why, but I think it's still my favorite Pixar movie. But Pixar's got some heavy stuff too, like the beginning of Up. Goodness. And like the end of Toy Story 3. Multiple ends in Toy Story 3, like the dumpster scene or the incinerator scene. Oh my gosh, I can't even watch that now without crying. Like I can hear the music in the background while Charlotte's watching it and I'm like tearing up in the kitchen. Oh my gosh. The only movie I could think of was The Dark Crystal when the dude crumbles. Yes. Ugh, see? Freaked me out, man. And in The Princess Bride, I think I mentioned this too a couple streams ago, in The Princess Bride when he takes a year off of Wesley's life and Wesley's like screaming and you can hear the scream through the whole city and Inigo Montoya's like, listen to that. You hear that? That is the sound of complete suffering or something like that. I remember the sound of the screams because they echo. That used to freak me out too. I didn't like that either. I've never seen Superman 2. Clark Kent gets bruised and bloody in the diner scene. Man, apparently we were all traumatized. I feel like as a parent, I am so much more aware of what Charlotte watches than my parents ever were. My mom, you can actually, you know what? I'll post a link to this on my Discord. There is a short film that's claymation, and it's called The Sandman. And I watched this when I was in second grade because my mom got her hands on a bunch of videotapes that are all these, I think they're called the Animation Celebration. And they're all these like short animated claymation, cartoon, real people, like they're little shorts from all over the world. And why she never sat down to actually watch them herself. She just was like, oh, these are cartoons. Sure, the kids can watch them. But she didn't know what was in them herself. And a lot of them were really frightening and didn't have ratings and were really weird. And I remember The Sandman gave me nightmares because The Sandman, well, I won't spoil it. I'll post the link in the Discord, but it was like a short film that won a bunch of awards or something, and I watched it when I was in like second grade, and it gave me nightmares for weeks. And I remember screaming at the end of it, just screaming like paralyzed in the family room. My mom comes running into the room, and of course it's over by then, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like pointing at the screen, like screaming, and she had no idea. No idea. We can Google stuff now. Yeah, that's true. Wait, your siblings used to be afraid of well, I would imagine a lady turning into a robot would probably freak me out as a child as well. My siblings used to be afraid of the talking book from the Care Bears movie. Honestly, never seen the Care Bears movie. Yeah, well, we can Google stuff now. That's true. Back then it was like, Grandma said you might like this. And then that was pretty much my face. Just absolutely terrified. I watched it with a friend too. Bless her. Dragged her into it. Jeez. There was another one by Bill Plimpton called Your Face. And it was just a straight shot of a man, and it was animated, and there's this music playing, and he starts singing the song about how beautiful your face is. But as the movie progresses, as the show progresses, his face starts to do all these really weird things, and it starts to like twist and turn into these weird. I legitimately can't even watch that short to this day. It freaks me out so badly, and it brings back so many horrifying memories as a kid. Nope. It's by Bill Plimpton, and it's called Your Face, and I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Poltergeist's PG rating was a crime against kids. I do agree. I totally agree. I think I've actually heard that before. I didn't watch Poltergeist as a kid. See, I wasn't watching scary movies. I was watching wackadoo animations that my parents didn't think were scary, but were actually totally traumatizing. So while I wasn't watching things like Poltergeist or Gremlins or, some of the scarier movies, that weren't really made for kids like Jaws or, Alien or whatever, I wasn't watching, or It, I wasn't watching things like that, but I was just, I don't know. Did my parents tell me about Krampus as a kid? No, they did not tell me about Krampus, but I've heard that movie is actually, not that I'll ever watch it, but I've heard it's actually pretty good. I didn't know the former president also did animation. Bill Plimpton. Yeah, he actually kind of looks like Bill Clinton, just a little bit. He's got kind of like that big bulbous nose. And anyway, I just remember we used to watch, we had this video my mom would get from the library that had a couple really funny shorts on it, like The Cat Came Back and like The Big Snit. And these were Canadian Film Festival award winners, and they were really funny and really great. And we'd watch those. But I remember the face was right after The Cat Came Back. And I just remember I would hear that music and I'd be like, no. So we'd always have to fast forward through it because I couldn't handle it. Krampus is the German counterpart to Santa that takes naughty kids away and eats them. Is this helping our children? I remember watching something as a kid right around the same time as the Sandman incident. I remember watching as a kid, it was like a Nutcracker kind of version, and there was something called the Bagman that was similar. It was like a man who caught children up past their bedtime, and he would turn them into mice, and they'd have to go live in the sewer with like the Rat King, from the Nutcracker, right? There's a Rat King. Am I making that up? No, there is. There's a Rat King. Okay. And yeah, so I remember, I think I saw the Sandman and that short and that like Nutcracker thing relatively close together. And so each night I would lay awake like terrified in my bed of the Sandman and the Ragman. Bagman? I don't remember, something like that. A lot like the Child Snatcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, kind of, sort of. But I guess he didn't like lure the children in. He just found kids that were up past their bedtime. Krampus. Okay, well, note to self, I'm not going to tell Charlotte about the Krampus. Charlotte is such a sensitive little thing. I think she'd lose her mind if I told her about the Krampus. I don't know. She really wants to watch Coraline. She keeps telling me about Coraline, and I'm like, baby girl, you cannot watch Coraline. I'm sorry, but you are not old enough to watch Coraline. There are multiple frightening images in Coraline. The other mother in her true form is horrifying. No. Nope. I heard Leica Studios is finally working on another film. The only Leica studio, no, I haven't seen The Box Trolls or The Missing Link. But I really liked Kubo, and I really liked Coraline, and I really liked Paranorman. That's a good one. Hey, Halloween is coming up. If you haven't seen Paranorman, I highly recommend it. Paranorman is really great. It has a great message, and it's really well done, and it's very, very funny. I really liked Paranorman a lot. Leica Studios. But see, my mom instilled that love for like kind of funky animation, or that's one of the reasons I love like interesting animations or like foreign movies or like clay animation movies. I love Wallace and Gromit and all the movies that company has done, which have all been surprisingly good, like Chicken Run and Flushed Away and Early Man and all those. They're great. But I think even though I saw some things that I definitely shouldn't have as a kid, it did kind of instill this. I really love animation kind of as a whole, but I think I love it because I appreciate all the work that goes into it and the hard, just what a huge project it is. I just marvel that people can do things like that. Have I seen 9? I have not seen 9. Wasn't that Tim Burton with like the sack people? What is it? What am I thinking of? Burlap sack people, right? I have not seen 9. You love Kubo and the Missing Link. Okay, well, I've seen Kubo, haven't seen the Missing Link, but I own Kubo. I really, really love Kubo. Have I seen Mary and Max? No. What is Mary and Max? I feel like that's a TV show about rabbits. Am I crazy? I feel like there was a TV show about 2 rabbits, little white rabbits. Is Elijah Wood in 9? You know what? That does sound familiar. But wait. Okay, wait. So 9 is the movie that is about, it isn't. If it isn't Burton, it's very Burton. It's a good movie, but C would be scared. You're probably right. Speaking of Tim Burton movies, I haven't seen any recent Tim Burton movies, but Big Fish is a movie that I absolutely love that makes me cry every single time. I love Big Fish. I thought it was so well done, very Tim Burton, but really heartwarming, and I loved it. I thought it was really great. But see, I watched Nightmare Before Christmas when I was younger, like when it first came out, and that movie terrified me. The Boogeyman absolutely terrified me out of my wits, and Charlotte freaking loved it. She watched it when she was like 4, and she loved it. So maybe she's not as big of a weenie as I am. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, Big Fish is a good one. Big Fish is one of those movies. Big Fish, Edward Scissorhands, Dead Poet Society, Field of Dreams, Return of the King, Inside Out, Up. All those movies make me cry. No matter how many times I watch them, they will always make me cry. And actually, the other day, I had kind of an emotional day the other day anyway. And so as I was sitting in the pickup line waiting to pick up Charlotte, I was like, oh, you know what I really want to listen to? I want to listen to that music from Inception at the very end. And Inception is Hans Zimmer, who obviously is a genius. And so I was gonna listen to that song, and I was like, yeah, I really want to listen to that. So I started it, and I immediately got like teary, and I was like, oh no, I cannot listen to this right now. No, I can't pick Charlotte up in tears. So I had to turn it off. Next time I need a really good cry, I'll listen to that. I don't know why. I was having an emotional day anyway. I don't really know. Voice Play singing Oogie Boogie song. That was one of my favorite songs. You know what? My brother did that as a talent show one time, as in a talent show. We did a church talent show, and he did the Oogie Boogie song, and he played both parts. He did Mr. Oogie Boogie. Oh, I've got it somewhere. I think I have it somewhere. He did Oogie Boogie, and he had a chair sitting on the stage with him. And then when it was Santa's turn, he would hurry and sit down in the chair and put his arms behind his back, and he would sing Santa's part. And he did great. Oh, he did so great. He must have been 10, 11 maybe? Oh, he did so great. My mom was playing the piano like off the side on the stage. I don't remember what I did for that talent show. I don't know. I'm always singing something. I do remember I was in a talent show when I was about 4 or 5, and I sang Castle on a Cloud from Les Mis. And my mom, I sang in front of literally my entire school. I was in preschool, so I must have been 3 or 4. And my mom was playing the piano, and she messed up the intro 4 different times before I ever even started singing in front of my entire school. I was just standing there on stage by myself at like 4. My mom could not get the intro down. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't blame her. Like, I can't blame anybody. Playing piano is hard, but we still joke about it this day. I'm like, you remember that one time when you, oh, I kind of agree with you. Russell Crowe was not a good choice. Everybody had great, great voices and Russell Crowe did not. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I should watch that. Well, are there any more traumatizing moments? I had a list that I looked up online, but I wanted to ask you guys first. Poltergeist, Gremlins, Coraline, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, Pinocchio. What about Pinocchio? Did that freak any of you guys out? I don't really remember. This says, Pinocchio is one of the creepiest. It has a whole plot line about young boys being kidnapped and taken to a place called Pleasure Island, where they're turned into donkeys and forced into labor. Then Pinocchio's dad gets eaten by a whale while trying to save his son. I didn't really remember it like that, but I guess they have a point. You just found out Eliza did the voice of She-Hulk? Really? I didn't even know that. I tried to watch Les Mis recently and got to Anne Hathaway and I couldn't watch it. Her role in that movie is heartbreaking. I agree. I totally agree. Marion Max. Oh, I have seen Marion Max. Is he the one who likes to eat hot dogs and he wins the lottery and she writes him as a pen pal? I have seen Marion Max. Yes. Okay, that's the kind of stuff my mom always showed us growing up. Kind of under the radar, kind of gems, you know. My mom also is responsible for my love of Ghibli. She showed us My Neighbor Totoro when we were really young, and actually I still own the original English dub before Disney took it over and ruined it. How often do I stream? I stream on Wednesdays. My times are a little wonky right now because my baby's trying to figure out her nap times, but I stream on Wednesdays and I stream on Sunday evenings, as of right now. Wednesdays, I usually stream around 4-ish. Sundays, it's usually 5:30. But like I said, with my baby's nap times, that might shift just a little bit until we can kind of get on more of like a solid. Gosh, I forgot about Marion Max. Man, yes, those are the types of movies I watch, like The Triplets of Belleville, which is a French film. My mom showed us that. Movies like Pan's Labyrinth, which obviously is not a child's movie. Oh my gosh, don't show your children Pan's Labyrinth. Please, please don't show your children Pan's Labyrinth. There's some horrifying imagery in that movie, but that kind of thing, like it's foreign. My husband was annoyed. He was like, I didn't know this was Spanish. Actually, I didn't know it was Spanish either. But he was like, I don't like subtitles in movies, which I kind of can give or take them. Like, it doesn't really matter. Although with Pan's Labyrinth, the animation was so cool and the costuming was so great that I wanted to pay attention to the animation and costuming instead of reading, and I felt like I couldn't do both. I don't remember Pinocchio really scaring me as a kid, but The Land Before Time... Okay, The Exorcist. This movie was rated R, so really no child should have been seeing it. But many of us did anyway, because we were children of another era. Okay, well, I don't think we need to even explain why The Exorcist is terrifying. Jaws? Yeah. Wizard of Oz? Yes. Somebody mentioned Wizard of Oz. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember, but it was the tornado scene. Willy Wonka, that wackadoo situation where they're on the boat. Oh, yep. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The Birds. The Birds freaked me out. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Bambi. E.T. Oh yeah, when E.T.'s like dying. My Girl, The Neverending Story, Chicken Run? I guess that was kind of dark. Watership Down, The Witches. Okay, can we just hold on? I'm gonna move my chat and show you guys the picture of The Witches. This is what I watched as a small child. Okay? Yeah, no, that is not a rated G movie. No small child should see that. That's horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying. It says this image alone should be enough to explain why The Witches was scary. Pure nightmare fuel. Oh, that's it. That's the end of it. Yeah, Watership Down. Yeah, no. I remember being absolutely freaked out. Yeah, Alex. Oh, yeah, no. I have. Nope. I have horrible memories. Hey, it's Luke. I wouldn't say it was traumatizing, but there was a book called Mike Mulligan and His Steam Shovel that really bothered me as a child. The steam shovel was presented as a person with a face and a name who really liked digging holes. At the end, she dismantled and converted into a boiler in the basement of a building. She will never do the thing she loves again. The end. What? I've never heard of this book, but that sounds terrible. Mike Mulligan and His Steam Shovel. Was it like a kid's? So it was like a kid's book? Was it a chapter book or was it a picture book? It must have been a picture book if she was presented as a person with a face and a name. That reminds me of, there's a Chip and Dale, you know, those short little animated, it's a picture book. Oh, geez. Well, what are people thinking? I don't understand. There was this is not something that traumatized me, but, Disney used to do these little shorts called Silly Symphonies, which were like 7-minute shorts. You can find all of them on YouTube. Most of them are on Disney Plus right now. But there was, and then they did some like short, well, yeah, they were still Silly Symphonies. They did like Donald Duck themed ones. They did Goofy themed ones, Mickey themed ones, Pluto themed ones, Chip and Dale themed ones. And then they had a whole bunch that didn't have any of those characters in them at all. Things like Flowers and Trees or the Funny Little Bunnies or whatever. And oh, thank you so much for being here, Raya. I appreciate it. Yes, feel free. Always message me. But there was this Chip and Dale where they were reading about dragons, and Donald was trying to get rid of their tree that they lived in with a big, not a steam shovel. It was like one of those big things with the claw, like the big mouth. Is that a steam shovel? Is that what they call it? I don't even know. But anyway, it makes this sound where it goes, achoo, achoo, achoo. And there's like, and they think it's a dragon when it's obviously not, but the chipmunks think it's a dragon. And I just remember that sound stuck with me for a really long time. As a kid, I don't know, it was something I really remembered. But I also remember the one where they're eating all of his apples and they say apple core, and Donald says more than more, and they say who's your friend, and he says me, and then they smash an apple in his face. So I taught Charlotte that. So for a long time we would be going around the house being like apple core, more than more, who's your friend, me, and then she'd like run off laughing. Okay, wait. As an adult, I get it. It's a safe, comfortable retirement, and we do sometimes show respect to an old machine or an old building by converting it into something more modern, but kids don't understand that. I guess that's true. I guess that is true. But like, how do you explain that to your kid? You're like, and she'll never do what she loves again. When I was a kid, every Easter, ABC played 6-hour movie called Jesus of Nazareth, Crucifixion and Resurrection of Christ. I have watched that. I feel like I saw that when I was little as well. And that can also be really, really traumatizing because crucifixion, children probably shouldn't watch a crucifixion. But I do remember that. I feel like they've come out with more, I mean, obviously they've come out with more, more kind of recent. Well, and I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormon Church. For short, we're not technically supposed to call it Mormon Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And there are a lot of videos, that the church has made about, the life of Christ or the death of Christ or the resurrection of Christ or whatever. But none of them are easy to watch because they're all just like, the idea of it is just absolutely horrifying. Hi, baby. Let me see that baby for a second. I don't know. Is it in the family room? Just on the floor in front of the bookcase? Hi. This is my little Auden. Hi. Yes. We are 6 months old. And we're a happy baby, huh? Yep. We're happy. And we have started sleeping through the night. She sleeps 12 hours. We put her to bed, 11 to 12 hours. We put her to bed around 7:30, between 6:30 and 7:30. And you can't find it anywhere?
It was partially into the blanket.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can go back and see Papa. I love you. But yes, she started, yes, it's Cupcake Omega. She started sleeping through the night. She hasn't awakened and had a bottle in the middle of the night for a week now. Now, that doesn't mean I sleep through the night completely because I'm waking up and like checking on her, or I'm waking up because I have to like adjust or whatever. So I haven't started like sleeping completely through the night, but that's okay. That's totally fine. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Mario because I think it's time for me to beat this game. Wouldn't you guys say so? Let me switch my stuff over. Super Mario Odyssey. This game has been really, really fun. Okay. I gotta write down my... This has been such a great conversation. Man, I had forgotten about a lot of those things. A lot of those really, really traumatizing... Jeez, it really was. It was just a different time. It was totally a different time. And you're right. We didn't have, you know, any of the tools we have now. So we just sat our kids down in front of the TV, and if our kids got scared, then they got scared. Or, you know, they went over to like other people's houses and watched things. Like Ander watched Alien over at somebody else's house. It wasn't at his house. It was when he was visiting his dad in California. And so when his mom found out about it, she was livid, as I would have been. So yeah, she was really upset about it. But it never happened like at his house. It happened at somebody else's house. Okay, we're gonna switch over to Mario. And I gotta turn off my music so it's not playing in my head. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Oh, I want to start software. Okay, do I have my... Okay, yes, I can hear it. All right, I guess I should open my Dr. Pepper. I just went through that whole thing and didn't drink my Dr. Pepper. That's amazing. With the chicken and the broccoli, I do one. Okay, we're about to go to a wedding, y'all. Guess we'll see what happens. Shelley Duvall Fairy Tale Theater was terrifying. I haven't thought of that in decades. Shelley Duvall Fairy Tale Theater? I've never even heard of that. I don't know what that is. Quick, quick, I'm going. Just cool your horses. Cool your horses. Hold your jets. Oh, okay. All right, here it is. Here we are. The new update adds Bluetooth audio support for the Switch, really? So you can connect Bluetooth headphones? Can you just do that? Can you just do that with an update? Oh, we've got an organ playing. I'm here. Boop. What the heck? He's got like guests. Why would these guests go? Hold on. I wish to go home now. Oh, they're like all the people. You came to save her? That's sweet. Why are you guys here? Why are you guys supporting this? This is terrible. Well, at least that mermaid has the gall to like, or has the sense to cry in the back. Awful, awful, awful. Just in time. Wow, that's a giant ring. It was from the 80s. It was free to rent from the library, so my mom pounced on it. No idea why I kept watching everyone. Well. Because you trusted your mom. My mom brought home wackadoo things from the library, too. Oh, no! How come he's never done that before? Oh. So that you couldn't have, like, saved me from falling in other places? Yes, they have 8 Bluetooth antennas for controllers. That's why they needed to tweak. They just needed to tweak the firmware. Basically, Dad, wasn't this what we were talking about? How you were annoyed that you couldn't hook up Bluetooth headphones? Oh my gosh. Bless Nintendo. Wahaha! Crashing the wedding, Mario. That's tacky, even for you. Also, your outfit isn't halfway fancy enough for the occasion. Dude, I am dressed exactly like you without the spikes. Not that it matters, since you weren't invited. So now it's time for you to make like a bouquet and get thrown out. Good. Okay. I'm scared. This game has shown some pretty intense bosses. I have to... Oh. No. Okay. I hope I'm doing this right. Oh, that's right. Huh. Huh. The soundtrack is awesome, though. Ugh. Oh, this is just like before. Come on, get it together, self. Oh, no. Huh. Yeah. Oh, he flew back into the... Okay, I got it. I'm scared. Oh! What? How do you dodge that? Oh my gosh. I'm already down. Oh no. I am already down. How many? I have 2. Okay, I have 2. I have 2. Oh, what? Oh, they're... Okay, they're on fire now. Cool. Oh no. I like how it has an organ. A wedding organ. Oh. What the heck, man? I feel like I'm wasting... Ooh! Dang it. I have to turn up my sound a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. There's that big old pot and everything, man. Can't help noticing nobody else is stepping in. Everybody's just standing there going, oh, where's Mario? I can skip all this, yes. Oh, that was quick. Okay. That's what I was trying to get him to do last time. Okay, run. Oh yeah, this. Crap. I am doing terribly. Okay. All right, we're gonna try again. You know, if you don't want me to wear your hat, maybe you shouldn't throw it at me? Crap. He gave me a heart last time. Why didn't he give me a heart this time? Oh, I'm totally gonna die. Dang it. I tried ducking. I thought maybe I could duck, but I could not duck. Dang it. Gee, dang it. I don't know why they start you there. Skip this. Skip this. Okay. Third time's a charm, right? Okay, how many times do you hit his shield? Ooh! Okay, I think I get it now. Maybe. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. aiming. Oh my gosh. Ah, ah, ah. Oh my gosh, that is helpful. That is very helpful. Any more? No. Dang. Okay, that's good to know. Hit the hats. Hit all the hats. Oh, I always jump. Oh my gosh. That was really close. That was really close. Oh man. Now I'm gonna die. Now I'm gonna die. How do I dodge that? I'm really confused. The last capture of the game is the coolest. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that then. Okay, are you like that Woobita guy at the very end of the, like, that helps you in a Crash Bandicoot level when you can't do it, you die too many times? You're basically saying, you can't do this level. Do you need help? No, no, I'm fine. Mm. Do you need an extra heart? Yes, but not from you. I can do this. Bowser, this is getting old, man. Oh, I am so good. I'm so good at dodging. Okay, I got that now. I got that. I got that. Now this, on the other hand, I don't know how to dodge this. Ah, what the heck, man? How do I dodge that? Mm. Oh, where are you? Oh, crap. Dang it, gee, dang it. Okay, well, at least I have full life. That is good. It's a good situation. Okay, remember, he jumps twice this time. I'm just putting it out there in the atmosphere. I'm learning. I'm learning. But I don't know how to dodge these flames. Wife called, so I ditched you. Well, that is a very important reason to ditch. I do not understand how to dodge that. Like, I just don't get it. Does somebody want to give me a heart? Anybody? Oh, yes! Excellent. Okay, he's probably gonna jump 3 times now, yeah? Got this. Oh no! That was slick, Bowser. That was slick. Whoa, I knocked him out of his suit. Dang. Take that. Do I take over Peach? Because that would be awesome. Yes! This is not over. Oh, those things. I've seen those things. What is happening? Oh my gosh. We're in trouble. We just keep falling. Come on. Oh no. Why are we asking if Bowser's all right? He's a freaking jerk. What are we gonna do? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be Bowser. Oh yeah, look at all those versions of him. Bowser through the years. Oh, that is so great. I'm like you're King Kong. Little personal King Kong. Let's go! Wow. Okay. We need to hurry and get out of here. Okay. Is something like coming after me? Or am I... Oh no, wow. Things are falling. Okay, we just need to run. And things are melting. Oh my Atlanta. Oh crap. I cannot believe you took over Bowser. That is fantastic. Of course you did. That is so great. Oh crap. Oh, wrong way. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know what's happening. Things are happening. Okay. Can I fit in there? Oh my gosh, I can. Oh wow! Oh, that's so cool. This is definitely one of my top Mario games for sure. This is great. Oh no. Oh man, levels. Oh no. Oh no. Turn around. Oh my gosh. Stress, stress, lots of stress. Holy cow. Well, I've never been more thankful for Bowser then. Although, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be in this dumb situation. So no, no, it's all his fault. It's all his fault, and it serves him right to have to get us out of here. Ah! Oh, what? I see outside. We're almost there. Okay, nope, nope, nope. I thought maybe somebody's singing things. Oh! Take it. Get it, get it. Oh, we've got to do all four? Oh, son of a half troll. Okay. I love that we're doing this to a pop song. That's good. That's good. Oh. Oh. Well, that wasn't so bad. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my heck. Oh my gosh. Oh my heck. Oh my gosh. What is that? This is so stressful. Oh my gosh. We make it out of this. Come on, Bowser. What? What is even happening? I am so confused. There's so much going on. I feel so like sensory overload. Woo! This is a gaming channel that chats about movies or just a gaming channel? This is a channel. This is really just kind of a channel that I mean, I started streaming games, but I found, okay, hold on. Normally I don't talk about movies. Normally we do like a just chatting segment at the beginning of my streams. Today's just chatting definitely went longer than normal, but it kind of depends on what we talk about. But I've found it's best to start my streams with like a just chatting, just to kind of get people to come in and hang out. And yeah, I thought that was gonna come. Have some piranha plants. So we're fighting over Peach. Okay. Is there really like a competition? I mean, Bowser like kidnapped her. Oh, snap. Stick it, girl. She's like, nope. I'm out. That is funny. That's so random, though. Why would she ever choose Bowser over Mario? Anyway, regarding my this channel, it's more like I started this YouTube channel because I actually started streaming to YouTube because my sister could not watch, she couldn't watch Twitch at work. So I started using Restream, which I can stream both to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. This game was fantastic. I am really, really pleased with this game. This game was a lot of fun. I did a montage of all the mustache reactions, and that's on this channel as well. Let me turn my volume down just a little bit so I can like focus on what I'm saying. So I started streaming to YouTube because my sister couldn't access Twitch at work. My sister can sometimes make it to streams nowadays. Her work has gotten really busy and my times have shifted. So it's kind of like, it's really just a place I wanted to separate out because my YouTube channel originally was for singing. I have a second channel called Susanna Grace, and originally I kind of had everything all on that YouTube channel, but because I was streaming games, I didn't want my streaming and my games and my singing to be connected. So I separated them out, and then I live streamed to this YouTube channel because, well, I've gained a lot of people from YouTube, which is great. And we've had I've been able to gain a lot of awesome people in my community. And so I just continue to stream to YouTube, even though my sister can't make it as often these days. So, I mean, my channel is gaming, but I've put some trailer reactions on there and whatnot, but it's mostly like my streams I've started doing, this like just chatting kind of at the beginning, and I always have something we can kind of chat and talk about at the beginning, and then I move on to games after that. So we talked about movies today, but the chatting can be almost anything. I don't have any of my old streams uploaded to this channel right now. But we've talked about all sorts of things, like really lighthearted, non-controversial debate topics, like, thick or thin pizza crust, or like, I think I said vacuuming was the worst. No, vacuuming is the best chore and doing dishes is the worst, or something. Just something to kind of bring people together, so I don't just immediately jump into a game. And I really, really like the way that's worked out. It brings a lot of people into chat, and it brings a lot of people into like the community and gets everybody talking to one another. And I really like doing it that way. Today in particular, we talked about movies because my stream was I was like, I don't really know exactly what we should talk about today, to be honest. And then I was just kind of thinking over the day, I was like, man, I think we've mentioned before of like traumatizing things that we've experienced, when we were kids, like movies and stuff. But I had to separate out my YouTube channels because one was a singing channel, and then I was streaming games to that. So I had all these subscribers that subscribed for my singing videos, and then I was streaming games. So it just didn't belong. That game was so fun.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game. Now, I'm assuming, I was going to say, there are these rock-like things. What? I mean, I am not opposed to like movie trailer reactions or whatever. I can now travel to the Mushroom Kingdom. What? Additional power moons are in stock at the shop. Well, who would have thought? Music list has been added to the map screen. Yeah, I kind of assumed there would be like lots of... Oh, wait a minute. There's like an actual mark that I have to go to. I really kind of started this channel for my streaming, really. But then I noticed on one of my past streams when we watched the Metroid Dread trailer together and the Breath of the Wild trailer together, the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer together. And hello, my name is Mr. Moonfrog. And it got a lot of interest. And so I was like, sweet, maybe this can be part of it, you know? So we watched a couple trailers last time. And anytime there's kind of an interesting game trailer that comes out, I'll watch it on stream. Like we watched Eastward last time, which looked really good. I think it comes out tomorrow. Oh, well, it comes out on the Switch tomorrow, but talking movies with you is great. Oh, thank you. I hope you keep it regular. Well, I'll be honest. I don't see a whole lot of movies these days because I'm a mom of 2 kids and the only thing I ever watch is what my child is watching, or I don't watch anything at all because I'm currently trying to write a book sequel. And then I have like the singing channel that I'm trying to get more videos uploaded to and stuff. So I really don't watch very many movies, but I do like movies. I also love talking books. So please feel free to join the Discord because we do talk about movies and books and things over there. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. That's kind of what like I'm into right now. I need to start a Harry Potter channel because like on the Discord because I've found so many memes and funny things. And I don't know how many of you are Harry Potter fans, but I'm on book 4 re-listening to it right now. So it's kind of like on the brain. Discord. Did I see the new Silk Song trailer? Oh, for a second, my heart just started. Me neither, because it doesn't exist. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I have the Discord thing up yet. Or maybe I changed it. Oh, there it is. Okay, it came through. So many hats I need to meet, and I bet if we collect even more power moons, we'll be able to travel somewhere new. So our trip is far from over. One more hooray, I say. Really? So there's like a bunch of extra stuff? And there's Luigi. Hey, brother. Randomly floating in a balloon. Or with a balloon? Hey, bro. You saved Princess Peach. I always save Princess Peach. So proud of you. But enough of that. Get this, bro. I came up with a new game. I call it Balloon World. Well, that's right. He had like some game or something. Balloon World is a game where you search for balloons hidden by people all over the world. That sounds stressful. That sounds really stressful. Oh, man. No, not at the moment. James, I'm also kind of a random varieties gamer. Like, I play lots of... I will most likely... Hold on. I missed coins. I think I told everybody I would stream Metroid Dread. I just don't know exactly when. I don't know if I will stream Metroid Dread right when it first comes out, or if I'll wait for a little while. But I've kind of played a bunch of things. Like, this is my first playthrough of Super Mario Odyssey, but I've played a lot of games I've played before, like Hollow Knight, and I did Rayman Legends, and I did do Ori and the Will o' the Wisps for the first time. I played Undertale for the first time. So I'm kind of all over the place. Like, I'm kind of all over. Does Switch have any multimedia capabilities like movies? Yeah, I heard that you can see YouTube. I actually haven't let Charlotte know that because I don't want her to watch YouTube with me not, like, there. Because, yeah, no. Camera angles. Where is Princess Peach? Oh, no. She's not missing again, is she? What the heck, man? Oh, what is this? Take a picture of hint art? Oh, I've done this before. I don't know what that means, but okay. It's like a building with a giant hat on it. Have we seen something like that? Oh, dude, she's like really not here. I want those coins. Ah. What I'd really love to do is stream a super sweet game like Horizon Zero Dawn, or like I would love to stream Final Fantasy VII, and I've actually thought about... Oh, thank you! Thank you so much, James. Yeah, I haven't done a singing video in a really long time. I actually just messed around with camera and lighting and all sorts of stuff yesterday, and I could not find anything that worked regarding my backdrop and everything. I really need to do some like figuring. I bought this like a ring light. It's got the ring light and then it's got the phone stand in the middle of it, but that was the wrong thing to buy because I don't need a light so close to my face. So I think I'm kind of getting there, but I would really like to upload more singing videos, which is part of the reason why I separated these channels out, because I started the singing channel a long time ago. And I got all these subscribers from it. And then I started streaming games. And I'm sure people were like, wait, what? This isn't music. You're not, you know. And the whole reason I started streaming on Twitch in the first place was because of Twitch Sings. So, and then one of my videos I posted on... And then one of my videos I posted on YouTube, and it actually ended up kind of going viral for a day. And so that's when I was like, you know what? I need to upload more singing videos. But I uploaded 2, and then I got pregnant, had a baby, and my life like totally fell apart. Basically, Dad's got to head out. I'm so happy to see you, Basically, Dad. That makes me so, so happy. Seriously, have a good night. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're going to tell me my achievements? Oh, dang it. I hate being told my achievements of like, you didn't do this. Wait, is this like a girl toad? Is this like a toady? I got a moon. I got a star. I'll add some hints to the Power Moon list. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of Power Moons. What? This is just in the Mushroom Kingdom? No. Holy... What? That's so many moons. 104? Great Scott. Cap Kingdom. So wait a minute. There are 104 Power Moons in the Mushroom Kingdom alone? Holy moly. Achieve world peace. Bring peace to all the kingdoms in the world. Oh, okay. Collect Power Moons. Okay. Power Moon Wizard. Collect Power Moons. Collect Power Moons. Buy things using regional coins. Okay. All right. On the Power Moon list, you can check out the Power Moons you've already collected. Oh, yeah. It says Archivist Toadette. Okay. I can see. I can totally read. It's great. I'll be right here when you want to achieve some achievements. I did not know toads came in female. But I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because there are a lot of toads around here, so there must be toadettes. So Princess Peach is gone. Oh. Okay. Awful news. Princess Peach has got... Awful news, Mario. Princess Peach has gone missing again. She packed her suitcase, happy as can be, and walked off. Good for her. She's been through the ringer, man. She deserves a break. Take a vacation, Peach. You get it, girl. Oh, there's one of those wackadoo birds that'll tell you things, hints. That was unexpected. Okay. Is that a sheep wearing a hat? That is fantastic. Can I become you? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Nope. Oh, seeing Basically Dad makes me so happy. He's been busy with school. Bless him. What do you have to say? My 6 sheep have run off. Please bring them back to me. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to sign off here in like 10 minutes. Oh, what the Nessie? Wow, this place is huge. I think I say that about every single world. Honestly. I think every time I come to a world, I'm like, holy mackerel, this place is gigantic. I forget. You got games and all sorts of stuff. Holy cow. I have actually also thought about, I wrote a book a couple years ago, and I've actually thought about reading my book on stream, but I wouldn't ever read more than a chapter at a time because, you know, and that would just give us, that would, you know, give us something to do as well, some interaction and whatnot. I have actually been able to do some writing on the second one now that Charlotte's in school when baby girl goes to sleep. What the Nessie? Yeah. Yeah. What the Nessie? I know. I just ask what the things are. Like what the flower? That's why I say Mormon swears can be pretty much anything. Really. What the fruit? What the mushroom? I think I said that before. What the mushroom? So, Peach is gone. Which is kind of random. There are all these places for me to go. But I'm not going to get started on any of them because I'm supposed to sign off in like 10 minutes anyway. But I started streaming because can I have this? No. Yes? This is Yoshi's favorite food. Yoshi? Where the fruit is Yoshi? I knew something was missing in this game. Wow, this place is huge. Where is Yoshi? Is he in this maze? Does he talk? I'm quite proud of this garden. You should be. Man, everybody's here. But yeah, I started streaming because I was a stay-at-home mom and I had... it's like my one escape for myself. I wish I could add one more stream to my week, but I haven't been able to do that just yet. It really depends on my baby's sleep schedules and like her nap times. Goodness, this place is gigantic. I guess I can get all these flags. I haven't touched a flower yet. No, I have. Don't you have to throw your hat at them and they make you run really fast? Oh, there's a sheep. I think you do. I think you throw your hat at them. I have used those flowers. But yeah, Metroid Dread is coming up. And then I do have a... Oh, man. Look at all this stuff. Good day in the morning. Yoshi is on the roof of the castle? Well, duh. What other roof? Self. Oh, I know this. Right? Right? Okay. Thought that would give me a moon, but it's cool. It's fine. Woo! Yeah. You can run really fast for a little while. Oh, and then you, like, keep going. Wow. Look at that. He's up on the roof of the castle. Oh, there's a star up there. Huh. Okay. Well, apparently there's tons of stuff to do. But I have a community point challenge. Oh, what? Who is she? She's in like every level and I can't catch her. She disappears. If people put their Twitch channel points toward this community challenge, I will play a creepy game. But when I say creepy game, I really legitimately only mean creepy. I don't mean anything that's going to legitimately scar me for life. I'm not one to play Silent Hill or Resident Evil. I watched J-Hops play Resident Evil. No way. No way, Jose. Pretty sure I haven't said that since I was like 10. Bye, Scorpio! Bath time is the best. Oh, bath time is so fun with little babies. Okay, I'm gonna get these coins, and then I'm gonna save. I just wanted to... What, the boombox? Can I... Nope. What do you... Is he just gonna dance? Oh, yeah. Look at that! Break it down, Mario! Yeah! Oh my gosh, this game. It's so full of surprises. What is over there? What is that place? How do you get over there? Oh, there are coins. Is there... Oh man, this place is like super overwhelming. Okay, I'm gonna save. What is the creepy line? What is the creepy line? Oh, like how creepy can it be? I was thinking along the lines of like Little Nightmares. And a lot of you may scoff at that and say, whatever, that's not even that creepy. I think Michael actually asked that one time. He was like, how creepy is too creepy? I think I watched a trailer for the game Amnesia for the Switch because I've seen people stream it and because it looked like it was kind of freaky. And I watched the trailer and was like, oh, no, 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 no. That's definitely not going to happen. Nope, 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 nope. And I have a really hard time with creepy games that are first person. There's something imminently more frightening about having everything come straight to your camera instead of like being kind of removed and seeing your character face creepy things. But I have to, I don't want to play Silent Hill. I don't want to play Resident Evil. I don't want to play Dead Space. Not that I could anyway. I don't have the right platforms to play that, but I'm considering like Little Nightmares, or it's a shame I've already played Limbo. I really liked Limbo, and Limbo has some super creepy feelings, like really creepy, but not overly, not like mess me up and like make me think all night about it, because I'm a really visual person. So if I see things that are really, really frightening, they stick with me for a really long time. But I don't know. But then again, if you ever look up like lists, I've done this. If you ever look up lists of like creepy games, you just get the scary games. You get very few games that aren't like legitimately really, really frightening. So I don't know. But okay, I'm gonna leave it here for tonight. I just want to thank you all so much for being here and participating, and to those of you that haven't been here before and joined tonight, I really, really appreciate it. If you'd like to, feel free to join my Discord. We have a really good time there. As basically Dad put it, we set the Discord table every day and leave a place for you. So happy to see basically Dad. That was such a nice surprise. But I really appreciate your guys' support, and for the follows and for the subscriptions and for just like participating in my chatting session at the beginning and everything. I just appreciate all of you, and just know that you guys are super important to me. And this is literally one of the major highlights of my week, is being able to sit down and hang out with you guys and stream. So I'm going to go and help Ander with bedtime with the girls. But thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. It will probably be Sunday night around 5:30. I don't foresee that being a problem. If there is a problem, then I usually say so on Discord if something happens, but we should be good. But anyway, thank you guys for being here, and I will see all of you guys next time.